When we purchased this Kubota L6060 Grand, it hit everything spot on as to what we need, what we wanted in a tractor. Its size, its controls, everything are perfect. But the one thing that it's missing is tie down, so that when we throw this guy on a trailer, we are able to easily tie it down without throwing chains around an axle or anything else. And thankfully, the tractor aftermarket world has come through. These are brackets from JU Fabworks, a Michigan company, and these brackets are all made in the USA. JU Fabworks is probably best known for some of their bucket bolt-on additions that have trailer hitch receivers, they have hooks, they have everything that you could imagine that kind of all comes on one plate. Those are awesome. We're going to show you how to install these tie downs on the front, which is just behind that brush guard, and in the rear, which is just above the 3-point hitch right now. Always be safe. You don't want to work under hydraulics. Not smart. So in this case, I'm using our hoist here. It's in the safety lock position, and I'm using it for two reasons. One, it's going to hold our loader frame up. If anything were to happen, it's going to come down. It's going to come down on the lift, not on me. Two, this is probably a two-person job. So this bracket, brush guard up front, is going to be quite heavy. I have it strapped up to the lift arms. That way, when I pull the 4 bolts out, hopefully it will move around a little bit down there and it won't come in contact with the tractor and won't just fall off. Pretty simple, but safety first. We have to remove these 4 bolts. We're going to take out the bottom 2 first. Just going to loosen the top 2. We look like we are good. This bracket is going to sandwich between the brush guard and the frame, sit back here quite nice. It's a little bit of a challenge to do yourself, especially with this hanging. We're going to use the new bolts that are supplied. It's easy to pop a couple of those through, holds everything a little bit into place. The nuts behind here are welded. That's going to help us a little bit. Now we just have to get things lined up and screwed in. Torque spec for these are 90 foot-pounds. Make sure you go through and check. It's also worth noting that the bolts that we removed were a grade 8.8. Bolts that we put in were 10.9. Fitment here is basically factory looking. I mean, it is perfect. So no one's going to know that your Kubota didn't come with these hooks on it right from the factory. So in the rear of our Grand L, it's a little bit different than if you just had a standard L series or MX series. Things might be just slightly different. So you have your bracket. It can angle upwards or it can angle down. You want to make sure that this guy, at least on the Grand L, is up. And you have a choice of mounting it on the tire side or on the inside of the tractor. And for our application, to avoid the stabilizer arms, it seems to make the most sense to pop this guy on the tire side. That gives us the most room for us to move things up and down. And we don't seem to have any problems of getting it close other than with the side that is adjustable. So if you put a plow on or lifted it up on that side at all, you might want to check the placement or the fitment as to how that's going to go together. But these are simple. We're just going to install the 2 bolts that go here, and then we will tighten them up to 125 foot-pounds. With the eye match out of the way, the 3-point hitch down, you can see these are in a great place to easily come in, grab onto them with a chain, or if you have a strap, whatever you're going to use. Easy connection right back here. These fit perfectly. No matter what size tie-down straps you have, these work with both chains and or straps. Chains slip all the way through without issue. Straps are going to simply fit in here and be very easy to use. The simple system makes tying down your tractor very easy, and to me, that's huge, because if I have an employee, someone who's not used to doing this, and they're trying to grab onto something here, there's grease zerks, there's tie rods, there's hydraulics, there's exhaust, there's all kinds of things that's up in here that someone could get into, or if they pull on the wrong part of this brush guard, that's just pinned into place. That isn't good. Some people will throw chains through the loader. I'm not completely down with that. So there gives you a lot of different options, a lot of better ways to tie things down, and I think it's more safe to do it this way. So if you trailer your tractor a lot, take a look at these. I'll put a link in the description to them. As always, we appreciate your comments below. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.